Today we are going to be ranking Breaking Bad universe characters based on the amount of aura that they have. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with too many YouTube channels, guys. This video, it's going to be pretty simple. We are not breaking them down based on how much I dislike them. We've done tier lists on like how well that their character is acted by the person playing them. We are going to be basing them strictly on aura from S all the way to F. I have no idea how this is going to go. Ballparking it right now, I would say Gus has the most aura, but we might talk about it as we continue on. So starting off with Huel. Unfortunately, Huel carries no aura. Like, he's not even an intimidating bodyguard, man. Unfortunately, man, do I have to put Huel in the F tier? You know what? There might be worse than Huel, okay? So we're going to start with Huel in the D tier, but we might move him down, okay? Tuco has insane aura. This dude just... Here's the thing. Ooh. Now I'm questioning my statement about Gus, because when you're talking about Tuco, like, just being in the same room as Tuco would make you feel uneasy. Tuco carries an insane amount of aura. Like, I wouldn't even want to be within, like, 10 kilometers of Tuco. I don't know, man. He's gonna have to go to the S tier. He is, you know, a scary, scary guy, okay? Now, Steve Gomez. I wouldn't say he's aura. He carries aura. I think, like, we're going to throw him straight into the C tier. There's going to be some characters where it's like, yeah, he doesn't have any aura, but he also doesn't not have aura, if that makes sense. Like, middle of the road, that's what the C tier is going to be for. Let's continue on over to Jack. I don't know. That's a little bit of a tough one. Like, perhaps a little bit more than your average guy, but still, I don't look at that guy and go, oh yeah, he has some aura. B tier. A little bit more than the average person, okay? Now, here's the problem, okay? Last time I made a tier list, I received a couple comments. I thought this was Francesca, and I forget who this is. I had a reminder. It's been so long, guys, since I watched Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul. It must have been like a little bit of an insignificant character. I thought this was Francesca from Better Call Saul, like the younger version of Francesca. I don't know, just C tier. We're going to throw into the C tier, okay? Now, Kim. Kim has no aura. We love Kim. Like, when we did the ranking the characters for Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, Kim was absolutely an SS tier character. When we ranked the actor and actresses, she's an SS tier character. But Kim does not have aura. Yeah, like, I don't know. She's going to go into the C tier as well, man. C tier, right behind Steve Gomez. Now, Hank Schrader. It depends what version of Hank you're talking about. Is it Hank on the ground in the desert? Is it Hank when he's stuck to a bed being a D-bag to Marie? Or is it Hank when he's laughing catching criminals? So, like, Hank's journey through Breaking Bad has had, like, a lot of up and downs for aura. Because, like, what are you going to do? Be a little bit fearful of a guy just, like, stuck in bed yelling minerals? I don't know. That's tough. Perhaps we should go with how he ended. And he ended it in an all-right state. I still wouldn't really say he has aura, though. I'm going to put him in the B tier. I'm going to put him right behind Jack, okay? Now, Howard. Middle of the road. Nothing really to say about him. He's going to go into C tier as well. Guys, for the C tier, we're not going to be ranking them specifically in there. But let's continue on to Mike. Mike has a ton of aura. Is it enough to put him in the S tier, though? Mike, I look at Mike more as being, like, really, really secure. Don't cross him. That type of thing. I don't look at him as like, oh, Tuco stops a room. Mike doesn't do that. So for that reason, we're going to put Mike into the A tier, not Walter Jr. We got our first F tier, guys. I love Walter Jr., but he's got no aura behind him, okay? Let's talk about Jane. Regular person, probably going to go into the C tier. I don't know, because, like, maybe D tier. Now that I'm thinking about it, because, like, I remember her conversation with Walt, and obviously, like, she just wanted Jesse's money, right? She's calling him on the phone, and all I can think is, like, who the hell does this girl think she is? So I think that's, like, maybe minus a couple points, too. Huh. Plus, she died. No, that's not... I should have said that crap. But we can't use that as a way to go. But, like, come on, there's a big difference between the way Hank went out and the way that Jane went out, okay? She's going to go into the D tier for aura. No aura. No aura at all, okay? Marie. Marie has no aura. There's been times... Yeah, we might have to take that into consideration because there's times where I'm, like, watching her. First of all, shoplifting. One of the most uninteresting stories in the entirety of Breaking Bad. On top of that, she gets caught and just looks like a bitch. horrible. And then I'm thinking of moments like, why don't you kill yourself, Walt? This whole thing ends with you. Why don't you just kill yourself, Walt? And then we find like we're in the same position as Jane, where it's like, yeah, I mean, like at that point in the story, wouldn't it be great if Walter actually, took care of himself, took care of the problem? But you can't help but sit back and think like, Marie, who are you? Shut up. Like, I don't know. So I think we'll have to go with a little bit less aura. We're going to put her into the D tier as well. I'm going to put her, at least Jane, sometimes when she yapped, it had a little bit of merit to it, okay? Marie, no, D tier. D tier. Chuck has no aura. Oh my god. Oh, Chuck, my phone. Oh. No. Chuck is going to go into the F tier right with Walter Jr. At least Walter Jr. can handle a little bit of technology. You're not a real lawyer. Now, oh, poor Werner. He's got no aura. He just kind of sat down and accepted his death. We are going to put him, we're going to put him behind Huel, okay? Now, Jimmy, does Saul have aura? No, he's C tier, right in the middle of the road, okay? Now, when I initially made this video, I was thinking that Gus would be the S tier. But does he have more aura than Tuco? I don't know, because Tuco was so unhinged. You know what the difference is? I might have to put Gus above Tuco just because, like, Gus had that extra layer where it's like he didn't have to say anything. He didn't have to prove anything. All it took was for Gus to walk in a room. But the problem is, Tuco also had kind of that same effect, but Tuco has a history of just like, I'm going to kill you. I'm high, this and that. Gus commanded a room unlike, can I say unlike Tuco did? I'm having a big problem with this one, guys. Here's the thing. If I were to walk into a room, or if I had two rooms that I could walk into, one of them had Gus in it, one of them had Tuco in it. And let's say both of them were mad at me, okay? Both of them were mad at me. I'm going into Gus's room. Is that an argument for Tuco having more aura? I don't know, but Gus is like so much more controlling. That's a toughie. It's tough. I'm going to put him into the S tier above Tuco, but that's a very, very close call, and I'd love to know what you guys think about that down below, okay? Now let's talk about Hector. We have to treat him at the same level as Hank, so unfortunately, the Hector on the way that he went out. F tier. Unfortunately, he's got to go even below Chuck, okay? Now Todd. Todd was just crazy, but he had no aura. He was just a crazy, weird guy, so we're going to put him into the C tier as well. Unfortunately, Jesse had no aura at all. People had no problems beating him up. People consistently disrespected him. He disrespected himself. He was high half of the show. Jesse is on the low list for the amount of aura that he has. Like, even just Tuco looking at him, it's like, oh yeah, I'd waste him too, yo. Shut up. There's been a lot of times in this show where Jesse lost aura points and there was no recovering from it. So Jesse's gonna go into the D tier. I'm gonna put him above Jane, man. He's not good in the aura category, okay? Now Badger, regular guy. We can't really say anything about that. Gale has no aura. Gale, what can I say, man? What can I say? Gale was just like your typical nerdy guy, kind of overdone and easy to back down. Gale's gonna go into the D tier as well. I'm going to put him. Do I want to put Jesse? Guys, I gotta put Jesse below Marie and Jane. I gotta. With the amount of things that have happened to him, where he lost aura. I know he had a couple moments where, like, when he was in Mexico with Gus, there were some times where he was, like, looking really solid, but the amount of times he got the crap beat out of him, the times where he was hopeless, the time where he was just alone, doing drugs, too many times. Low D tier. Now, Gale's also going to go into the D tier. I'm going to put him... You know what? I keep finding myself putting them behind Huel, so I'm going to bump Huel up into the C tier. I'm going to put Gale at the top of D tier. Now, Lydia. Lydia also had no aura, but she didn't have, like, negative aura. The C tier's the line, right? We're going to put her in the C tier, okay? The cousins. These two had aura to them. These two were silent. Did they say a word the entire show? I don't even know if they did. In both shows, have they ever spoke? Regardless, these two walk in. They take care of business. You know something's about to go down. These two carry a lot of aura around them. I'm going to put the cousins into the A tier, right behind Mike, okay? Now, Stacy, while she is a little bit paranoid, I wouldn't really have her fall into the D tier, so we're going to also, like, run her through the C tier, okay? Let's continue on to Victor. Victor, that's his name, right? Why am I having a blank on that? Guys, it's been years since I watched Breaking Bad, I'm sorry. I know, Victor Tyrus, okay? Victor was he didn't really have aura. I don't know. We knew... Is it enough to bump him up from the C category? Because he was related to Gus, right? You knew that, like, if he had a mission, he could command people to get into a car, things like that. Maybe a little bit of a bump up in the C tier. Same for Tyrus, kind of on the same level. I'm going to put them both into the B tier, okay? Let's continue on to the vacuum repair guy. Don't remember his name. Regular guy. Regular guy. C tier. Skinny Pete. Regular guy. We're going to throw him into the C tier as well. Nacho's an interesting one. Nacho's had some ups and some downs. But Nacho's also had quite a few moments, especially in the early seasons of Breaking Bad, where he really, really captured a room. And of course, the way he went out was great. I think Nacho has some more around him. I'm going to put him in high B tier, okay? High B tier. Skylar White, 0 aura. She was, and understandably so, naggy and annoying the entire time. Nothing she did made you go, oh, Skylar, that's a really good point. It was more of like, okay, Skylar, shut your mouth, please. Even though you're correct, I hate you. Skylar has no aura. Skylar is going to go into... I'm going to put her below Jessie, actually. I'm going to put her in the D tier there. Now, Lalo. Ooh. This is tough. He's like a little bit of a blend between the aura that Gus and Tuco have, to be honest with you. But I will say he's below them both. Yeah, you know what? Easy. S tier, but below them both. He was scary. He was scary to the point where, like, he could smile at you and I'm like, ooh, what's this guy gonna do? Lalo, think about Lalo just walking into that room with the candle, right? The room with the famous scene with Howard. Oh my God. All attention was on Lalo. This guy walked, this guy carried aura. Now, Walter White, the main character of the show, I don't even think that he carried any aura in season 5. He was always looked at as just arrogant. And tell me if you guys feel the same way about this. I kind of always viewed Walter the way that Mike viewed Walter. Where it's like, you're not Gus. You're not Gus. And Walter would be sitting back being like, it'll work. Why? Because I said so. And he would be like so arrogant about it, right? And then Mike would just kind of be like, that's how I feel about Walter. I actually think Walter is below the C tier. I can't think of really any times, like, even when Walter won, even when he blew up the hospital, even when he, ran over those guys, even when he had any sort of win, like, the most aura that Walter had was stay out of my territory. That's just off the top of my head. I could be wrong about that. That's just off the top of my head. But even then, I look at that and I'm kind of like, I don't look at Walton like, ooh, that's a scary guy right there, Yeah, I'm going to put him in the D tier, but I'm going to put him at the top of D tier. The main character of the show, D tier. Oh, man, Walter and Jesse sitting there. So, the most aura in Breaking Bad, Gustavo Fring, Tuco Salamanca, and is it Lalo Salamanca? Regardless, these are the rankings for the amount of aura each Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul character have. I would love it if you were to check out another tier list video we did. We made 2 of them. One just ranking every character in general, and another one ranking them based on how the actor performed their character. I'd love to have you in either video. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Take care.